Thank you for coming back to see us.
Thanks for having me, man. Nice to see you.
You look steadily as always,
You
bud.
look fantastic yourself.
Congratulations, you and Olivia just welcomed a new baby, a baby girl.
Yes, we have a new baby girl. Thank you.
I'm so happy.
She's gonna be 3 months old on Saturday.
Oh,
yeah,
my
May
gosh.
is her name.
May,
She's really cool.
my gosh,
yeah,
she's very cute. I've seen pictures.
She's brand new to the world.
Yes.
So she doesn't have a long, boring COVID story, you know, where they walk you through the winter of 2020 and you're like, I know
where
what
they
happened.
were. Yeah, they don't
and
have
then, you know, February 2020, you go, I know what happened. She's just new.
She's just brand
no baggage.
new. Yeah. And how's Malcolm and how's the family adjusting to now the family of 4?
Oh, it's great. I mean, my son he just turned 3 years old.
Yeah.
So he at first, it was like when any new person comes into an organization, like when someone starts at work, he and I would sometimes break off to talk about her. Like we were walking down the street once and he looks up at me and he goes, May is so weird. And I was like, yeah, May is really weird. And then sometimes when she squeaks or does something, I'll pull him aside. I go, come here. I go, did you see what May did? Yeah. And he'll go, she is so weird. But I said to him, I go, I love you both. I have 2 kids now, blah, 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 explaining to him the situation. And he said to me, I have 3 kids. And I was like, you have 3 kids? And he goes, I do. And I asked him, I go, when did you get 3 kids? He goes, I have 3 sons.
Wow.
Yeah. We were at Target recently, and I was pushing him in the cart, and he's standing up, and this woman walks by and goes, your son should sit on his tush, because my son was riding in the cart, and we were going fast, and he was standing, and he fell, and there was a cut with blood. So sit on your tush, and walks away. And when someone tells you what to do as a parent, I went, hey, he can do whatever he wants. He's not going to sit down.
Yeah.
So then we're walking around Target, and Malcolm steals the story from her. He just goes, Dad, did I ever tell you about my son at Target? I go, what happened? He goes, my son was in the cart, and he fell, and there was a cut with blood. And I went, this happened to your son? He goes, my son, yeah. And then that night, he was throwing a fit. He was really worked up because he didn't want to go to bed. And he was like, no, I want to, no, I want to watch TV. And I go, hey, he was already kind of emotional. So I went, hey, Malcolm, tell me again what happened to your son. And he goes, no, my son.
Yeah. He's a cute baby, man.
He's a cool guy.
Very lucky
he's a very
to
unique American
met
individual.
Malcolm, and he's very, very cute.
He's a very
He turned
nice
3
guy.
a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah.
you were telling me the theme for his birthday party was Elvis.
Yeah, we had an Elvis theme per his request. He's he's 3, but he's a really big Elvis fan.
How did your 3-year-old get into Elvis?
So I think it started with Lilo and Stitch because they listened to Elvis in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
But then he and I were listening to this podcast called The History of Rock and Roll in 500 Songs.
Yes.
Yeah, both of us were listening to it. And he heard the...
Kids love that playlist.
Kids love that podcast, yeah. So he heard the song Mystery Train by Elvis, and he goes, Dad, I like that song. So we started listening to more Elvis, and then we were sitting at home one day, and I said, do you want to see what Elvis looks like? Do you want to watch him sing? He goes, yeah. And I turned on the Elvis 1968 comeback special.
The best.
And my son, 2 years old, was riveted. More than any Inside Out, Moana, anything.
Really?
Staring at Elvis in a leather suit in the late 60s.
You actually brought us some B-roll, some footage here.
This is the first time my son ever saw Elvis.
And look at him there.
He could not look away.
Dude, I love this kid, man.
And then he got his own guitar so he could play in his chair.
I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? That kid's the
And
best.
Malcolm looks great. But, Elvis was so goddamn lazy in that special, he's sitting in a chair, that my son now thinks you only play guitar sitting.
Yeah, he has the blue chair. I remember the whole thing.
He's never going to
But he
stand
loves
up.
Mystery Train. What other cuts of Elvis does he like?
Well, he liked Blue Suede Shoes by Elvis for a while, but then he heard Blue Suede Shoes, Carl Perkins, because we're driving. I'm always driving and yelling these things into CarPlay.
Yeah.
Being like, Siri, play Blue Suede Shoes. They played the Carl Perkins version, which my son likes more. So now when we're driving, if we listen to Elvis Blue Suede Shoes, he goes, Dad, I want to hear Blue Suede Shoes Carl Perkins version.
What kind of 3-year-old does
3-year-old. And he likes Bill Haley.
In the comments?
Yeah, Rocker on the Clock
Yeah.
and Shake, Rattle, and Roll. When you listen to early rock and roll, it's for children. It's like, we're gonna rock, we're gonna rock.
Yeah.
That is fun. We're gonna rock. Like the lyrics,
Boom,
yeah.
boom, boom,
It has
boom,
an
boom,
easy to
boom,
follow
boom.
beat.
Yes.
All the songs are about rocking.
Yes.
And there's no clear indication of what rocking means, but yeah, he loves
He
it.
loves that. We'll give him my best, please.
I'll give him your best.
Yeah.
I'll send him your
My
warmest regards.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much. Are you? I know you're really into Steely Dan. Did it work? Did you convince the baby? Does he love Steely Dan?
Oh, okay. So I love Steely Dan. Some people don't like Steely Dan. It's a very divisive band. When I had a son, I go, great, fresh person, right? So
Fresh person, yeah.
Fresh ears. That's one reason to have a baby is because you can test Steely Dan out on him. So he was 9 months old, and I was like, okay, it's time. And he loves dancing. My son loves music. He'll dance to Sirens. He loves dancing. So I put on the Steely Dan song, Hey 19.
Yeah.
Because that's fun.
Yeah.
And you look at all the applause of recognition for Hey 19. And
Please sit down.
everyone
Everyone.
knows it.
Please sit down. People are.
Yeah, please.
You're not allowed
Everyone. We have
come
to
on
continue
stage.
with the
Yeah.
segment.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm staring at Malcolm. He's 9 months old. I turn on Hey 19. He's not dancing. So I change it to the song Gaucho from the album Gaucho. Again, folks, sit down. Stop applauding.
People are walking out of the
People-
studio. People are walking. Hey, 19.
Guys from Steely Dan just walked out.
Exactly. I'll fake it.
So I turn on Gaucho. Still not dancing. And my son looks at me and he says, E-I-E-I-O. And I go, you want to listen to Old MacDonald? And he goes like that.
Wow.
And I turn on Old MacDonald. He immediately starts dancing. So here's what's interesting about that story. He had never spoken before. That's how much he hated Steely Dan.
He had to say something.
He taught himself to talk.
He
couldn't get words out, but he just went, he couldn't stand this pop jazz. E-I-E-I-O.
You're a busy man. I want to get into the Broadway show, but first.
Oh, this is very exciting.
I
yeah.
know. I'm very excited about this. But first, I want to talk about season 2 of Poker Face.
Oh, yeah.
You're in Poker Face.
I'm on Poker Face.
I'm
doing an episode with Natasha Lyonne on Poker Face. It's great.
I love Natasha Lyonne.
We had a fun time shooting it. We were shooting in like Staten Island and Queens. And I don't know if you know Miguel Arteta.
Miguel Arteta
he's
is an
amazing.
amazing
Great director. Did
Yes.
this episode. And we're at a kind of rundown real-life location, like a motel for this one scene. And afterwards, it was this summer, I'm standing there with Miguel, and he goes, oh, no, I think I have some bug bites. And I look down, and he's got 3 red bites. And he goes, oh, no, I might have bed bugs from the shoot. And he talks like that. I'm not just losing my mind. And I go, oh, my God, you got bed bugs? He goes, oh, my God, I hope I don't have bed bugs. So that night, I'm at the hotel, and I look down, and I have 3 red bites on my leg. I go, oh, my God, I got bed bugs doing a peacock show. So you never think that's how you'll get them.
No,
but
of course not.
It is. So I text Natasha. I go, hey, do you have Miguel's number?
Yes.
I need to get in touch with him right now about something. She sends me Miguel's number, and I text him. I believe
text.
you have it. Yeah.
Yes, you're nice enough to bring us the text.
Yeah.
It says here, Miguel, it's John Mulaney. I have red bites on my legs, too. What did you do for it? Are these really bed bugs? Otherwise, thanks for a great day.
Yeah. So,
That's polite.
You know, I know he's got an early shoot day, but I don't hear from him. And I call Natasha, and I go, hey, Miguel Arteta hasn't gotten back to me. And she goes, oh yeah, I sent you the wrong Miguel. So I don't know if y'all are familiar with R&B superstar Miguel. But he got a text at 11 p.m. from me.
With your...
Hey, Miguel, it's John Mulaney. I have red bites on my leg. Are these bed bugs? Otherwise, buddy, thanks for a
Thanks
great
for a good day, Miguel. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Miguel, if you're watching, yeah.
Miguel, if you're watching, they weren't bed bugs. An on-set medic let me know that it was fine.
There you go. See,
Yeah.
everything's going to be all right.
It's a good lesson.
That's the best story. Miguel.
Miguel.
Let's talk about All In. You're on Broadway.
Yeah, preview
Yeah,
starts
here we go.
tomorrow. This is
Preview. Now, this is written by Simon Rich, who's a brilliant, great writer. You wrote with him on Saturday Night Live for years.
Simon Rich and I started working together in 2008.
There's a picture of you and Simon on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, he was 22 and I was 25.
Yeah.
And we wrote together for like 3 years. This is his first Broadway play. It's a collection of all these really funny pieces. This cast starting out is me, Fred Armisen, Richard Kind, and Elise Goldsberry.
Stop it right there. That's enough.
That's enough. And it's a bunch of very funny pieces, different characters we all play through time. We play pirates and dogs and detectives and summer in the future. And it's really fun.
And then on January 28th...
what happens then?
I will be joining the show.
You'll be joining.
I'm going to be in All In. Now, you've done Broadway. You're smiling, but you've done Broadway before.
Yeah.
What am I getting into? Do you have any advice for someone who's never done Broadway?
It's going to be so much harder than you're anticipating. You're going to do the Tonight Show, and then you're going to run over and do the Broadway show?
That's correct.
That's so crazy. So my advice would be, one, don't.
It's too late, I'm in.
Rest up, okay? Because Richard Kind, the great American actor and treasure, Richard Kind,
yes,
is very nervous about falling asleep on stage. And I was like, don't worry, I'm not gonna fall asleep on stage. He has fallen asleep in every rehearsal on stage. And today we're rehearsing because previews start tomorrow. So we're like trying to tech it and really get it down. And I look over and he goes, I just woke up. I go, what? He goes, I fell asleep and had a dream. I go, you had a dream? He goes, yeah. People were coming up to the stage and asking everyone for autographs, except me.
Why? That's what he dreams about?
I was like, one, how did you go that deep in your subconscious to get to that insecurity?
You got to REM sleep.
Yeah, you got to REM sleep in a 2-minute standing nap during a play.
That's so fun.
So rest up or fall asleep and see what happens.
See what happens. But it's a great cast.
It's a really fun play.
I know Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, Lin-Manuel's coming.
Is coming on.
That's right.
David Cross.
David Cross, Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll. Annalee Ashford.
Annalee Ashford. Hank Azaria. Andrew Rannells.
Oh yeah, All In, everybody. It's the name of the show.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Get your tickets now. Before you go, I got a belated birthday gift for your son, for Malcolm. This is a limited edition, I'm not kidding. This is Elvis 1968 comeback special doll with a chair.
Oh, Jimmy, oh man.
He has the chair.
He has the chair?
Give him my best regards, please.
Send him your best.
Send him my regards.
Wait, thank you. That's really sweet.
Best to Olivia, too, and May. John Mulaney, everybody. All In premieres tomorrow night at the Hudson Theater. We'll be right back with Linda Cardellini. Stick around, everybody.
Hey, hey.